I've been losing myself.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Black Knights and the reigning NFC champs on Sunday night primetime.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Tonight, we'll close out the weekend with what should be a good one between these Road Warriors and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate, with every one of these playoff rounds that...
Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their fifth-year quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. It is caught left side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's a throw. That's caught for the first. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw now. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Now looking to throw. Got a man, Bowers has it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season, because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
In his 11th year, still knocking them through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
Has him on the quick hitter. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they're going to have a first down. Looking to the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Dumps it off to his running back. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. They'll run here following the penalty. And this one doesn't go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll try and throw it here. He's got it over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Eagles loading up the secondary. Dime look coming, 3rd down. He'll throw it. Has it downfield, working the left. He makes it in for the touchdown. The BlackKnights finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the BlackKnights one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. His return starts at the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Hits him on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 41. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he gets this forward to the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down. From the red zone now. This ball's cut by Bowers. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
They'll throw it again. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that brings up 3rd and goal. Pass play now. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles hold a slim 2-point lead early. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Setting up a throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. feet and eyes, they so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now on 1st down. Flush down now to his left. He takes it himself. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 23-yard line.
From the 23. Looking right, and he finds him. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll send him up the middle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They're headed up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason. Running it now out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You could put that sack right into the coverage sack category. You can see the quarterback, he's scanning, right? He's going through his progressions. 1, 2, 3, nobody's open. And then bam, sack, lunch.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Eagles returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll run here on 1st down. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 43. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Eagles, 1st down.
They'll throw it. Finds the in route complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 40-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. He's got Bowers working the sideline. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running back sent in motion. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll throw it yet again. Gets it quickly to Bowers. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They are throwing it again. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Running it after the penalty. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles driving ahead. It's 2nd and goal. He's going to throw this one. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him. Which is one. Tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Working quickly here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. He breaks. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. And they'll return it for a touchdown. The BlackKnights chop some of the lead off before the half. They have him back there because of the incredible things that he can do on punt returns, Brock, but this time he winds up giving the other side their incredible moment.
That's right. As a returner, you've got to field that ball clean first, and then second, keep it secure the rest of the way. There's 10 dudes on that other side. Heck, maybe even 11 if you got a punter who likes to hit. And their sole mission is to separate you from the ball at full speed. And if they're lucky, well, they're lucky they can return it back to the house for 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the BlackKnights cut the lead down to 10. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hits him on the in route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Putting the tight end in motion. From the 33 on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Throwing it again here. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. That one's complete over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. The Eagles are in punt formation. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll stick with the ground game here. Hits a seam at the 40. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports halftime report.
Tampa, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these 2 teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. The Thunderbirds needed a big win, and they got it, as the victory gives them a final mark of 11-6 on the year.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our 2nd half gets underway. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back-to-back carries here. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? They're throwing it. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Blown back into the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the well again. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That one gains 7. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back now, pressure on its way. Gets the feet in, that's a catch. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 34. Complete over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down from the red zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Now we're going to see if the Eagles are indeed eagle-eyed. They saw it differently. They throw the challenge flag. Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. They'll throw it again. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. Now this offense getting set to work here. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 32. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He gets 6 on that play, and it'll give him a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 24. Completed over the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Black Knights shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Black Knights cut the lead down to 10. trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to him. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Hits him on the out route. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Number 15, the ball carrier.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 20-yard line.
They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense getting all set for this series. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Here's a throw. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing from the gun. Hauled in left side. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFL. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now, off play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's in. Touchdown! The Black Knights now within 1 score in the 4th. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Black Knights get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And he's gonna go! It's a pick 6! Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a 4th quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Makes the score Black Knights 35, Eagles 34.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to the air following the pick 6. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw now. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 47. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now looking to throw. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 1. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Option design here. Oh, he lost the football. Recovered by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, that's a stop.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. On 2nd and 9. This one's caught. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Returnable from the 2. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Now outruns their offense to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They'll run here from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. From the 34. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Throwing from the gun here. He's going to push one. That's caught at the 25. He does it. Touchdown. The BlackKnights take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Offense not going anywhere. They want to.
The offense will line up for a 2-point
Motioning the tight end now. He's throwing for it. Forced out to his right. And he's going to be taken down for the sack. They can't even get a throwaway on that 2-point try. Ooh, this is so tough, Brock. You understand what he was trying to do, make something happen, ended up outside the pocket, but even some added creativity can't yield 2 points here.
You get down here on these two-point conversions, the real estate just gets gobbled up in a hurry. Not only for the QB, but the receivers as well. Only so much time to try to make something work before that defender said, not in my house.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's 2nd and 7. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And that means 3rd down coming up. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Man in motion, headed right. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 38. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Connecting on the slant. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Looking to the air here. Complete out to the right. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Hits him on the out route. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. He'll look to throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
3rd down and 7.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Tight end in motion right. They give it to him again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles have taken the lead late. Now they send their back in motion right. Setting up to pass. Putting the body on the line for his team. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. This one falls incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he is to throw. Called in left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 2nd and 6 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. From the red zone now. And he sails that one over the end zone. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, he'll look to throw. Completed to his running back. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. And the Birds bring out the nickel look. Third down coming up. Looking to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. So now a timeout comes in. They can talk over what to do here on 4th and 2. To throw. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty.
Offense.
Can't go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it coming back in. As they say, that is an easy call. Motioning one of the tight ends. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do.